Welcome to Ask Governor Murphy here on News 12 New Jersey. I'm Eric Lanskroner. This is, of course, a special edition of New Jersey Power and Politics, and we are live today from the magnificent Governor's Mansion, Drumthwacket in Princeton. We're going to be taking your calls and your questions for the next hour, but before we do, we're going to introduce Governor Phil Murphy. Thanks for welcoming us into the People's House.
Yeah, really special here, particularly, Eric, at the holidays, so I'm thrilled we're doing it here once again.
It's really gorgeous. Governor, let's move on to our next call. Actually, we have Mayor Armstead from Linden who's on the line.
Derek Armstead. Hello, Derek.
Yes. Good afternoon, Governor. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. How are you doing?
Well, we're struggling over here in Linden, but we're trying to make it. The Governor, the reason why I called in today is first, let me give a little background here. Here in Linden, we've been fiscally responsible. I have lowered taxes in my town 7 years in a row. We have a board of education that works very close with us. They've got 4 consecutive zero tax increases. Our sewage authority here in Linden, we've had a 6-year run with no rate increases. And we're just trying to keep taxes low in our town. And with this last move with the state health benefits plan, it's going to kill us. I mean, we're going to see a 22.8% increase, and this is going to affect the taxpayers. And I'm just trying to wrap my arms around this situation and try to figure out why you would think it's acceptable to burden our local taxpayers with this.
Yeah. Well, Derek, with all due respect, it's not me doing it. These are the plans. This is what the numbers are. It's formulaic. You want good health care. Sadly, these days, you got to pay for it. We've made enormous strides in reducing health care costs and increasing accessibility. But this is a phenomenon that's not unique to New Jersey, maybe a little bit more so because we have probably the strongest public sector health care in the nation. But everybody is going back to getting health care the way they were before the pandemic, and costs are accelerating dramatically. We were able to reach a good place. It was not easy with our state workforce. And Derek, we're not giving up on county and local. In fact, we're at the table. Our team is at the table almost literally every single day, trying to figure out a way forward where each side gives some amount of resources or some shift in their posture such that the increases are much more manageable. We haven't given up. We're not going to relent. We won't give up. But this is not something that we just foisted upon you all. This is just part of the plans and part of the reality that the world is facing with right now, including New Jersey. And we're doing everything we can to get this solved in a way that works for everybody, both the workers, leaders like yourself, and taxpayers.
Been reading a lot about this lately, actually, Governor, and it really comes down to, it's interesting because you have two groups. You have municipal leaders and you have labor leaders who are really seeing eye to eye here, because I suppose they're looking at really 2 alternatives: property tax increases, perhaps the threat of layoffs for local workers. There was also, I believe, a proposal, a call for the legislature to float a one-time, I believe it was a allocation of $350 million from the general fund to help deal with this. Is that something that is going to gain any traction?
I don't know about that proposal in particular, but our guys had a group of folks at the table yesterday, all sides. So you had county, I know the county organizations were represented. I'm sure the municipalities were. I know the labor was. And there's some amount of this is one of these things where everyone's got to give a little bit of blood. We have to trust each other. Some of it, undoubtedly, if we can find a compromise here, I don't want to speak for the legislature, but undoubtedly there's going to be some amount of appropriation that will be required to make something reasonable work. And we're committed. We've been leading those discussions, and we'll continue to do so.
Governor, we have to take a quick break here. We're going to have more questions and calls coming up right here on Ask Governor Murphy when we come back.